video goes with QGIS map design, the book, and it goes with 1.1, applying graduated symbol sizes. So to start with, I've already brought in the countries with lakes taken out at a scale of 1 to 110 million. And now I'm going to go ahead and bring in the cities that are associated with those. So we have to go through all the 10 millions here. I'm in the data, natural earth, GeoVector, and then the geo package here. I'm going to go all the way down to 110 million, find populated places, and then I'm going to drag that in here. And we can see that these are our points. So we're going to just basically create a graduated symbol map from this. And to do this, you can double click or you can right click and go under properties. But you'll get to a menu like this, and you want to be on the symbology tab. You'll select the graduated, which can either be graduated colors or graduated size. And we'll select a, we want to do this based on the maximum population, which is pop max, but that's going to be 1 million. So we want to actually take this expression and we want to divide by 1 million. And we could just type in divide by 1 million here, but if we want to make sure our expression is right, we can click on this little epsilon over here, and that'll bring this up. And then if I do space and then divide it by symbol, it's prompting me for a number here, and I'll type in 1 million. Say OK. And then that properly populates this field. If you want to make your map look like the one in the book, and you have some freedom here, but this color here could be interesting looking, but they suggest a purple color. You can type in the RGB values that they give you. I've already done this, so I'll just choose the one I've made and say OK. And now that color will be applied to these circles. We don't see it yet because we haven't applied it. The precision is going to be how many decimal points appear after the number, and we don't need much precision here, so we're going to say 0, and we're going to ask to trim it. We're not going to make it a graduated color map. We're going to make it a graduated symbol size map. So we're going to choose that here, and it asks us for a minimum and maximum size. So I'm going to vary that from 1 to 12. And then it also, later in the directions, it asks you to use the pretty breaks here, although we're just going to modify that anyways. So we can see that it's going from, oops, it looks like I forgot 1 0 there. So I'm just going to add in one more 0. I'm going to classify again. So now it's going from around 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and 30 to 36. And you can see we don't have any decimals there because we have precision 0 here. Okay, so we have the pretty breaks, we have that, we've classified it, and now we can apply it. And now it's changed to all of the symbols on the map. The size is dependent on how big the city is. There's New York City, Mexico City, Los Angeles. Those would be the only ones over 10 million around where we are. But we also want to make it kind of see-through in case there are ones near each other. So in order to do that, we can go under Layer Rendering, make it 50% transparent, say OK, and then we get a map that looks like this. They also wanted in a different map projection, the Robinson World Projection. So to do that, you don't work with the individual layers down here, you work with the entire project. You would go under Project and Properties, and then it's currently in the World Geographic System 1984, but we want to make it the Robinson. I did this before, so World Robinson is there. If I hadn't, I can just type in Robinson, and World Robinson will come up, and I'm going to say OK. And now you can see it's put it in a completely different map projection. This doesn't look exactly like the one in your book, but if you want to play with it, you can always just go over here. Instead of trying to reclassify it each time, you can just change the individual size of these circles. So for example, if I wanted to make this much bigger, I could change this from 12 to, let's say, 30. Say OK. And if I wanted to make these ones bigger, I would just do the same. I can change it to whatever size I want. So just go ahead and play with that and see how close you can get to the map that appears on page 20 of the QGIS map design book.